Okay, good.
Well, like you said,
Buenos días. Bienvenidos. Good morning. And welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson on Sunday, April 6th. My name is Bob Gordon. I'm a member of the Desert Chorale, and I'm one of the many UUCT musicians helping with today's service. Our lead minister, Reverend Bethany Russell Lowe, is not in the pulpit today and will be back next week. Music is one of the ministries of this church. And this annual music service this morning is under the leadership of our music director, Brian Moon. First, some housekeeping. Please be sure your cell phone is turned off, or at least on mute. There are 2 gender-specific restrooms in the lobby of this building, and in the alcove behind the AV equipment, there's a gender-neutral bathroom, which is also wheelchair accessible. In Goddard Hall, the social hall across the patio, there are 2 more gender-neutral restrooms, one of which is wheelchair accessible. Goddard Hall also offers a more casual setting for worship. Welcome, worship. It's not bad. On behalf of the congregation, I extend a warm welcome to any visitors, including those watching on live stream. We aspire to make this community a safe place, a sanctuary for everyone. Please join me in this welcoming litany by responding to each prompt with, "We welcome you." Whatever your country of birth, your native language, or your immigration status, we welcome you. However you identify your race, your ethnicity, your gender, or your sexuality, we welcome you. Whatever role music plays in your life, we welcome you. Whether you've been a Unitarian Universalist all your life, or this is your first time in a UU church, we welcome you. And on that note, if you are a visitor and you're willing and able, please raise your hand so that we can welcome you. All right. As we worship today, let us be mindful of those desert people who came first to this place and whose land was stolen in successive acts of genocide and displacement. We honor the O'odham, the Yaqui, and the Apache. We also honor the Hohokam and all the other indigenous peoples whose names we no longer know. This is a time in the service when we often ask you to pair up to respond to a conversation prompt. But today is a little different. Brian will tell you more about that later. But at various points in the service, a reflective question will appear on the screen for your consideration.
Hello, I'm Brian. Today's service, as Bob mentioned, is provided by the musicians of the church, and I learned the hard way that if I collaborate with them and bring their creativity into a service like this, it's always much better. And I'm very grateful for all that they are providing today. If anything goes wrong, it's my fault, but if you're moved by something, make sure you tell the people that are doing things, because there's a lot of beautiful things that I think will happen soon. Last April, the choir told me that they wanted today to be about peace, that peace was going to be our theme for this service. And when they told us, when they spoke about this last year, Gaza and Ukraine was heavy on our hearts, and I naively thought that by the time April 2025 rolled around, that maybe something would lighten our load and we would have a sort of peace that was grateful about those conflicts instead of finding ourselves where we are. And I believe that that is a lesson that there is always something that will be heavy on our hearts if we are mindful of peace. I'm coming to understand that both within myself and for our congregation, for Tucson, for our state, for our nation, that peace is not a thing that just happens. It is a thing that is earned. It is a thing that I have to be accountable for. I have to be accountable for peace within myself. I have to be accountable for sleeping well, eating well, for hugging my friends when they need a little support, for petting my animals, for getting out in the sunlight. And if I don't do these things for myself, I can't bring my peacefulness to the interactions that I have, and those have a larger effects. That peace is a thing that I can be personally accountable for in small ways every single day. My 11th grade English teacher had a saying that she said regularly. She said that the only questions that were ever worth asking were those that were really difficult to answer and probably had more than one answer. And it was within that spirit that we chose and have refined some questions that will appear on the slide today. I will speak them aloud now in hopes that those of you that missed the questions will have them. And normally, raise your hand if you've ever been in a service here where we have said, now talk to your neighbor with a question. So we still want you to talk to your neighbor about all these questions. We just don't want you to do it here because it'll take too long. So after the service, there's coffee and snacks across the way. Please take these questions. I hope some of them land or make you think and reflect on them. The questions that you will see are, when has music brought you peace? What are my obstacles to peace? Is nonviolence really peaceful? How can I create peace? Will I notice peace if it happens? And now, please help me in joining in singing the chalice lighting. The chalice lighting is the song Dona Nobis Pacem, Grant Us Peace, and the words Dona Nobis Pacem, as well as a silly phonetic, will be on the screen. We're going to sing it. It's a tune that many of you, I hope, will know or will be able to catch. We'll sing it in unison first, all the way through, and then we're going to sing it in 3 parts. And so the part 1 will be led by Robert, and that will be this chunk, so you guys can self-select here in the middle. This chunk will be group 1. Part 2 will be this chunk, led by me, and part 3 will be the Desert Chorale, led by Celeste. So we'll break into that. And this is their chalice lighting, so Mary Holly will light the chalice for us. We'll start in unison, though, once through and then twice through and around. Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem.
This congregation is in the Pacific Western region of the Unitarian Universalist Association, and we have staff who assist this congregation at various times in the history of this congregation. Reverend Tanya Y. Marquez is new on staff in the Pacific Western region. She joined in 2024. And because of her experience on both sides of the border, she asked to be assigned to work with congregations who are border congregations, of which this church is one. We have 2 readings from Reverend Tanya during today's service as a way of helping us to get to know her. There will be a video, which you see her reading in her own voice in English and Spanish later in the service. And this reading is called Approaching Conflict Like a Poem from Reverend Tanya Marquez. I joined a poetry class because a new acquaintance invited me to. I mostly joined so I could get to know this person better. I was captivated the first day by the deep wisdom my professor shared. To me, it was like being in church. Every word he spoke found fertile soil in my heart. There were times where I felt myself overcome with beauty. The beauty I found in this class contrasted with the conflicts I was witnessing at work, in society, and almost everywhere. One Friday, as I listened to my teacher recite one of our poems, I wondered, what if I approached conflict like writing a poem? What if everyone did? Most of the time, conflict is reactive. People tend to do and say things before they've had a chance to process their emotions or to understand the totality of the conflict. But I learned in my poetry class about carefully choosing words, not because they need to rhyme or have a specific number of syllables, but because they need to be precise and beautiful. Poets are intentional about how to best deliver the message, how to best uncover the mystery of life so that others can experience it. Silence matters too. Part of the message is to pause, to wait, to leave space to breathe before the next line. There's also the rhythm. A poem is a song, and songs can touch on difficult subjects too, but the rhythm, the melody, matters. Since that moment, I've been wondering, what if the next time I find myself in the midst of conflict, I can slow down and imagine I'm about to write a poem. Then, conflict resolution or transformation would turn into a craft, a laboratory where beauty is created. There would be a slowing down that would help me connect with what I'm feeling so I can find the right words to share that experience, and a silence to let me listen to the poem of the other.
So you all got this paper today, and I noticed people glancing at it and wondering, and it's the lyrics to the next song we're going to sing, because I want you to contemplate the concept of music as a meditation, because when we were reminded that last year about the same time this right now, we chose peace as our next year's All Music Sunday, I wasn't feeling so great about it. It's like, where do I find peace right now? And I was looking for songs and thinking, and I came across this song. And it starts with a question. And when Lisa Dosher, who wrote it last year for International Peace Day, wrote it, she said that she wasn't feeling peace like a river or Down by the River, the go-to peace songs, but she wanted to invoke them, starting with her question, and then her contemplation, and then her hopeful resolution. So we're going to offer it for you today, and I wanted you to be able to take it home so you could have that opportunity to reflect further on it as well. What does it take to lay down my sword and shield, to not participate, reach for the weapons that I yield? What will it take for all of these wounds to heal? For new ways of love to be revealed. What does it take to lay down my sword and shield, to not participate, reach for the weapons that I wield? What will it take to all of these wounds to heal? For new ways of love to be revealed. What does it take to lay down my sword and shield, to not participate, reach for the weapons that I wield? What will it take for all of these wounds to heal? For new ways of love to be revealed.
Okay, there we go. Got my high heels on so I can see you a little better. So this is a call and response. Oh, all right. Is that better? Oh, I got to get really close. Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. So your response is going to be, it is possible to live in peace. It's projected up there, so just follow along. I'll go first. This is by Mahatma Gandhi. If someone with courage and vision can rise to lead in nonviolent action, the winter of despair can, in the twinkling of an eye, be turned into the summer of hope. It is possible to live in peace. Nonviolence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. It seeks Its seat is in the heart. It must be an inseparable part of our being. Nonviolence, which is a quality of the heart, cannot come by an appeal to the brain. It is a plant of slow growth, growing imperceptibly, but surely. If a single person achieves the highest kind of love, it will be sufficient to neutralize the hatred of millions. If we are to reach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. The future depends on what we do in the present.
And now we go from Gandhi to President John F. Kennedy. Now the trumpet summons us again, not as a call to bear arms, though arms we need, not as a call to battle, though embattled we are. But a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, a struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself, and war itself.
Meditación, puesto que es el ritmo de la vida misma. Ser puesto en movimiento, ser incitado. No temas los movimientos que descentran lo que creías permanente. Llevas dentro el centro de tu entendimiento, la brújula que te muestra el camino. Lleva contigo el amor que te sostendrá, la visión que te guiará, las relaciones con todos los seres y con el mundo que te enraizarán. Ve en paz y con una suave agitación mueve a este mundo hacia el lado del amor. Do not fear agitation, for agitation is the rhythm of life itself, to be put into motion, to be stirred. Do not fear the movements that decenter what you always thought permanent. You carry within the center of your understanding the compass to show you the way. carry with you the love that will hold you, the vision that will guide you, the relationships to all beings and to the world that will ground you. Go in peace and in gentle agitation to steer this world to the side of love.
Well, I hope you're enjoying today's service. And as always, our community depends upon you for your love, your time, and your financial support. We should not allow the offering that we take up each Sunday to become a stale habit. Remember that it is an opportunity to recommit a part of your financial wealth to this place and to this congregation. For those of you here in person, the ushers will soon be passing the collection baskets among you. And for those watching us from afar, you can send a check to our church office, or you can give online at uuctucson.org/donate. As the offering is collected, announcements about upcoming activities will appear on the screen.
Good morning. I'm Carolyn Saunders, a member of your Board of Trustees, and I have a few announcements to share with you this morning. As always, you're invited to join everyone over in Goddard Hall, which is out those doors to your left across the patio, for our coffee hour, where there are always good refreshments and drinks, but today we're having an enhanced coffee hour with lots of good things. So, while it's always free to everyone, donations are always gratefully accepted, and today you might consider an enhanced donation, which would help us pay for all the plumbing bills we're going to have after the work that was done here yesterday. So thank you. Also, if you're new to the church, when you go over to Goddard, you'll find a welcome center. And if you have any questions about this church, UUCT, or about Unitarian Universalism in general, you'll find lots of nice people over there who can answer your questions and provide information. One very important announcement also is about a presentation today at 12:30 here in Holland. It's being sponsored by the Social Justice Committee, and they have brought speaker Ophelia Rivas, a Tohono O'odham tribal elder and activist, and founder of the O'odham Voice Against the Wall. Her topic today will be a discussion of the murdered and missing Indigenous women's movement and the violence and human rights violations that are occurring every day almost against her people by the United States Border Patrol right now in this day and time. So join them here at 12:30 for this important speaker. And finally, you've been hearing for a number of weeks now about our stewardship campaign, and it officially ended at the end of March. This past week, we've been getting a few more pledges in, and we have exceeded last year's pledge amount. We now have a total of $252,000. That sounds like a really wonderful number, doesn't it? But if you recall, someone mentioned back at the start of March that this year, for our 25-26 church year, we need at a minimum a 10% increase over the present year to keep going as we have been going. And so if you are not part of, I think it's the 98% of the congregation that have already pledged, please get in your pledges this week, today. Craig McComb is over in Goddard Hall at the stewardship table, and he can take your pledge right there today, this minute, and put it on into the database. Also, for you techies, there are all sorts of these little, what are they called? QR codes. They're posted all over the campus, so just find one of those and you can make your pledge that way. I think that's it. Thank you very much.
I was grateful that Jim Scott wanted to sing here in this congregation. Come on in. Come on in. I'm just waving to the kids, and it occurs to me that I did not coordinate with the Children's Center about them coming in today. I'm grateful, though, that they're here. Yay! Jim Scott sang with us in January, did a concert, and hopefully will come back next year if you would like to meet him. He comes here regularly and often performs. And we're grateful for his many songs, including Let This Be a House of Peace. Originally, I thought this was going to be the theme today, but I'll explain why it is not, but it is still a lovely song. A lot of words. The words will be on the screen. It's 1054 in the teal hymnal if you'd like to reflect on them later. Rise as you are able, and let us sing, Let This Be a House of Peace. Let this be a house of peace, of nature and humanity, of delation. Let this be a house, a haven for the healing, an open door for question and our inspiration. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of freedom, guardian of dignity and worth held deep inside us. Let this be our house, a platform for the free voice, where all our sacred differences here shall not divide us. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let all in this house seek truth, where scientists and mystics brought deep reverence here. Let this be our house, a house of our creation, where works of art and melodies consecrate the atmosphere. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of prophecy. May vision for our children be our common theme. Let this be our house of myth and lore and legend, our trove of ancient story and cradle of most tender dream. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of
Hey everyone and all my friends at PJ Library, it's Todd Parr and happy World Read Aloud Day. And this is a special read aloud just for you because I love PJ Library so much. And it's the Peace Book, and I did something years ago with PJ Library when they first discovered me and did a branded book of this. So I'm going to read you the Peace Book. I am. Peace is making new friends. Peace is keeping the water blue for all the fish. Peace is listening to different kinds of music. Peace is saying you're sorry when you hurt someone. Peace is helping your neighbor. Peace is reading all different kinds of books. Peace is thinking about someone you love. Peace is giving shoes to someone who needs them. Wow, that's a lot of shoes. Peace is planting a tree. Peace is sharing a meal. Peace is wearing different clothes. Peace is watching it snow. Peace is keeping the streets clean. Peace is offering hug to a friend. Peace is everyone having a home. Peace is growing a garden. Peace is taking a nap. Peace is learning another language. Konnichiwa, gurgle, meow, guten tag, hola. What did I just say? Hello. Peace is having enough pizza for everyone in the world. Peace is keeping someone warm. Peace is new babies being born. Peace is being free. Peace is traveling to different places. Peace is wishing on a star. Peace is being who you are. Peace is being different, feeling good about yourself, and helping others. The world is a better place because of you. The end. Love, Todd. So I hope you have fun today and read lots of books out loud with someone or to yourself, and write your own book. The end. Love, Todd.
Test. On Wednesday night, I said to the choir, I just don't know what we're going to call today's service. And people kind of were like, sat with that for a second. And Steve in the back row held up this and said, just peace come now. This is a song that we've learned recently. It's a lovely song by Leah Morris, and I'm grateful to share it with you now. It's one that I hope will eventually catch and become part of our repertoire here as a congregation, but it'll be new to you now. The words will be on the screen. In fact, they are already on the screen. And as you catch the tune, sing it. It is structured this way. The first line, first sentence, repeats twice. The second line repeats, then it goes back to the first line, and it repeats. And then the choir is going to make it a little more complicated, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to keep singing the main melody, and join me as you choose, or just listen as you choose as well. So. In this place and in this moment, I call on the name of peace. In this place and in this moment, I call on the name of peace. Peace come down, peace come now. Peace come down, peace come now. In this place and in this moment, I call on the name of peace. In this place and in this moment, I call on the name of peace. In this place and in this moment, I call on the name of peace. In this place